Taking in the good is something that is helpful to do as a practice sometimes because it works a little bit on the opposite side of our negativity bias that the brain has. So it's not something that we always notice. We don't necessarily tune in to the good. So as we're getting started, we might do a simple scan of the nervous system and of our body and notice what is here that we might enjoy about our body. And sometimes when we tune into our body, we notice there's a restlessness there or some kind of edgy energy. Maybe there's a sluggishness, a fatigue. We have so many different experiences in our body, although they do tend to run along a theme. Notice what's here. And then for a moment, just kind of check into some of the wonderful things we know about our body. Some of the wonderful experiences maybe that we've had, some kind of pleasure. Maybe it's hugging somebody we love or letting our eyes see a beautiful sunset. The sensations in our hands as we feel our own heart center. There's so many different experiences we have in our body. Eating a good meal. And of course, we have lots of other experiences that aren't so pleasant. We're not trying to block anything out. We're just noticing right now. Bring to mind something that happens in and through and around your body that you enjoy. Music that you hear, the smell of rain in the earth. What is it that you enjoy as a body experience? And as you're breathing in and breathing out, notice that the feeling of our body relaxing can also be one of those pleasant experiences. Notice, what does it feel like in your whole experience when you have a pleasurable experience in your body? And like most things, these happen along a continuum. Some experiences are 100% pleasant, not as often as other experiences that are somewhere else on that continuum. So we might notice that we have a really jumpy mind or we have edginess in our body, yet we can still enjoy the softening as we breathe out. We can enjoy the incremental improvements or pleasures in the body. And then bring to mind a person or people or something that brings you a feeling of connection. It could be somebody that you really care about who may or may not be living right now. Maybe somebody you know, it might be somebody more distant, like the Dalai Lama, for instance. When we think about him, oftentimes we recall his smile, and then it kind of makes us feel better. Notice who comes to mind. Settle on one or two. Really sink into that. How could you make that more alive in your senses? What are the sights, the smells, the sounds? With someone like the Dalai Lama, everywhere he goes in the world, he spreads peace and happiness and joy. And then bring it into somebody personal if you haven't already. Who's someone that you know in your life that when you think of them, you smile? And notice how it feels in your body. Notice what's happening with your breath. Maintain this awareness in your body at this moment. Let go of thoughts that are unrelated. Just keep coming back to this person or people who, when you think about them, you feel that connection, that heart connection. Maybe they've done something for you. Maybe they've been really generous, or maybe they're generous in non material ways. They're generous with their affection, their attention. And then let that move to the background a little bit and bring to mind someone who you bring a smile to their face, who you're that person that when they think about you, they feel better, they relax a bit, they feel more connected. Notice your experience with that. Is it difficult? Is it easy? Is it different? What kinds of thoughts might be here? Well, I don't think I'm that for anybody, or there might be a resistance to that in the mind in some way. If that's the case, that's fine. We could notice that. But see if you could find somebody and then visualize their face, bring them into your heart center. And these connections aren't usually one way. Probably you're feeling very connected and good about seeing them as well. Let yourself have that full experience. And then let go of the other person and really sit with this in your heart center for yourself. I'm a blessing internally. I'm on my own side. I'm consistently more here for myself. I'm interested. I'm engaged. I love spending time with myself and getting to know myself and experience this ease and warmth and connection within. And not to entertain any buts or resistance. Sometimes the mind goes into something obvious, sometimes it just drifts off into something else. Let's see if for another minute or so you could stay really focused on this internal connection with your own kind, compassionate self. Deep inhales, long exhales. Let your body be relaxed and let yourself be present.